This is Courage Barbell, and I'm Chad Ikes. Today, I want to talk about my favorite tricep exercise, but I gotta ask you guys a favor, and you're probably tired of hearing it, but I gotta throw it out there. I need you guys, if you could, to like this channel, to subscribe to this channel, to comment on this channel, to share this channel. By you guys putting comments on there, even if it's something simple to say, hey, nice video, nice job, hey Chad, I hate you, whatever it is, it's gonna help me out. The more you hit the little thumbs up like button, the more it's gonna help me grow all this. And I'm honest with you guys, I'm always gonna be honest with you guys. I wanna make a living doing just this. I want this to become a full-time thing for me. But part of that, or in addition to that, is I want to help people. I want the whole world to be fit and strong. And I want to help people achieve that. And I want to help people learn through strength all the stuff that I learned that actually helps me in the rest of my life. And I want to bring that to you, and I want to bring the truth to you in a world that is full of so much crap on social media. But anyway, let's move on now. This is one of my favorite tricep exercises. Back when I was competing and I was benching 800 and 900 pounds, this was one of the staples. This was like my main go-to tricep exercise. I call it a roll back dumbbell extension, or I call it like a Dave Tate dumbbell extension, because I originally learned this from Dave Tate, who I'm sure, as most of us, either learned part of it or some of it, or maybe even the whole thing from someone else. And then it worked for him, so he expanded it and taught other people with that. So I think I'll start by just showing you the exercise and explaining it to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab a couple dumbbells, sit on the bench. When you lay back, the first thing you want to do is you want to get in your bench press position. So this means shoulder blades squeezed together, depressing the shoulders, and getting up on those traps. Then we're going to put the dumbbells up straight, and you're going to turn your elbows in as much as you can get them in. Now, the first movement is going to be to lower this dumbbell directly on the anterior delt. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to lower it back, putting a little stretch on the lats. Then from here, when we come back up, we're immediately going to flex the lats, followed by the triceps. So lats, triceps. So down on the anterior delt, roll it back, lats, triceps. The whole time I'm trying to keep my elbows in as much as I can keep them in. Now, this is designed to be an explosive exercise. So when you do this, I still don't care how slow you come down. But as soon as this dumbbell goes flat, bam, up. Bam. Bam. Just like that. Now, one of the great things that I love about this exercise, I'm going to pull my shirt down over my belly. One of the great things that I love about this exercise is it teaches us to use our lats in conjunction with our triceps. Because in the bench press, coming out of the bottom is going to be a lot of back if you're using it right. And when I come down, it's probably more so in a shirted bench, but even when I bench raw, I'm going to come down here and I'm loading my back up. So when I'm on the bottom, my lats are actually starting the movement. But if I do my lats too hard, the bar starts traveling back. So coming out of here, it needs to be lats and then immediately followed by my triceps in order to keep in as straight a line as I can possibly get. So this does two things. It hammers the tricep, and especially the inner head of the tricep, which is where all the real power comes from. But it also works on the function of a bench press. How are my muscles supposed to fire and in what orders? I'll brag a little bit. Back in the day, when I was benching my biggest, I was using up to 120 and 130 pound dumbbells. But at the time, a regular 130 pound dumbbell is pretty big. So it was hard to let it down on my anterior delt and get a decent roll. So what I did is I dropped back down to 100-pound dumbbells, but started using a band, which I would run through my hand, around my back, and run through my other hand, and then grab the dumbbells. So you could actually compare, as my tricep strength went up, my bench also went up. That's how important your triceps are in your bench. So I think what I'll do is I'll warm up a little bit, and we'll add a video of me doing some heavier dumbbells. Some of the things you want to pay attention to is when you hit here and you go down, you don't want this tricep pulling all the way down to here and then up. So you kind of want to go to about here and then up. So boom, boom. And there's some give and take in that. Some days I'll be like, okay, let's go really strict. Or it's like I'll roll down and then come straight to 90 and then up. So I'm going to use a lighter dumbbell to keep that perfect form. And then other days, I just want to go heavy and just pound out my triceps. So you'll see me on my later sets, it'll be a little more down here before I actually come back up. And I don't think there's a really necessary rule to go, hey, you got to stay really strict with these, or hey, you can cheat with these. I think it's good to kind of mix it up and feel a little both. The most important thing is, are you getting that lat tricep connection, and is the inner head of your tricep tired as hell when you're done with this? If the inner head is worn out, then you did your job. However you did it, it worked. So that's more necessarily what I'm looking at when I'm talking about that kind of stuff. All right, guys. Give this exercise a try. I think you'll really like it. Remember, when you're coming in, a lot of people are going to tend to try to go like this. When they come down, you really want to force them elbows in. Because once you start going out here, you're not really working this inner head as much. Okay? Give this one a try. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, please subscribe, share, comment on this video, and help me make this stuff grow. I got a lot of new things starting here in 2021. I'm hoping to have shirts out in a month or two, and it will just keep growing from there. All right, guys, I'm out. But keep watching, because I'm going to post a little extension on this video so you can see me actually doing some heavy ones from a couple different angles. Okay guys, one last note on the rollback extensions. I just did those reps just to kind of show you guys what was going on. I'm not actually training today. But I just watched my last video, and I thought I would tell you, if I was my coach watching myself, I would give you some of the cues that I would yell at me. And I would definitely be yelling at myself to keep my elbows in tighter. Where you can see when I roll back, I'm out about here, it looks like, where I want to be here. I mean, I want to be tucked in as far as I can be tucked in. So the whole time I would have been like, get those elbows in, get those elbows in. And then one of the other things is that at the 80-pound dumbbells, I was probably coming down to about here and then extending, where I'd rather be going bam and then up right there. So it wasn't really bad. And because they're heavier dumbbells, the heavier you go, the more you're going to tend to do that. which is not necessarily a horrible thing if it's only once in a while. Because I am a fan of sometimes you just got to load it up and feel the weight and just stress the central nervous system, try to reach deeper muscle fibers, and just feeling heavy weight is, hell, it's fun. All right, guys, until next time, I'm Chad Ikes. This is Courage Barbell. I'm out.